5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Hello and welcome once again to Norlab Business Solutions Brief Technology Updates. Today we're going to look at search engines. Most of the time people understand that Google is a search engine, but they don't know how to optimize it so that you can not only get the millions of responses that you would generally get from Google, but you can make it a little bit easier to find the things that you need by doing advanced searches or using a search engine that is specifically designed to retrieve proprietary information like books or scholarly papers, and also any other things like movies or that type of stuff. Now, there's a lot of search engines out on the internet. If you don't believe me, you can go to a site called thesearchenginelist.com. Here you'll find a list of all the search engines that are there, including sections on accounting, BitTorrents, blogs, books, business, emails, and all the rest, all the way down the line. But what we're going to do today is we're going to look at just the possibilities of getting data from Google alone. So I picked a subject that I'm interested in because Endgame is coming out very soon, and I'm a Marvel superhero fan. So I'm going to look up Iron Man. Let's try it here. Okay, we've got 331 million results for Iron Man. Let's try separating the words here and trying it again. I think we're going to get about the same amount. Okay, we've got less. Actually, we've got more. 2,590,000,000 responses. Okay, so suppose you want to weed through that sort of thing. You can make it an explicit reference to Iron Man by putting quotation marks on the Iron Man word that you're searching for. Let's try that. Okay, that brought it down to 194 million responses. So suppose we want to know Iron Man's identity. So we can do Iron Man's identity. And we've gotten our search results down to 6,140 based on my explicit search in quotation marks for Iron Man's identity. Okay. Let's see here. Now, once we've learned how to do that, let's go back to the Google start. Doing a search, go back, and there's a little feature called Google Advanced Search. Go to your settings and go to Advanced Search, and then you get this screen, this form that will allow you to fill out things that you want to specifically look for. So we've got exact phrase, these words, none of these words, number range, language, region, last update, site or domain, anywhere on the page, format, and not filtered by license. So I'm not going to go through all of these because Google will give you a definition or show you how to do this. But I want to go back to Iron Man again. The Iron Man's identity. And we've got the same amount of responses. But it's also, if you look, it automatically typed in the same search criteria that I put on the first time explicitly by typing it in here. So let's go back. Okay. Let's say we're looking for some sort of scholarly reference. So we're going to look in the .edu websites or the .gov websites for the same Iron Man's identity. You may not find something, but let's give it a try. Okay, we don't have one. I think we can narrow it down by just saying .edu. Let's try that. Okay, so we have two results from the Bucknell.edu and universityoftexas.edu. Okay, Iron Man's identity. Okay, so we've gone down considerably the amount of search that we want to weed through. So let's do this one more time. You can do these additional parameters, but what I want to do is there is also something called scholar.google.com. This will give you a search engine specifically for citations and academic information. So I put Iron Man in here. We don't get much. We get a lot of information about things like an Iron Man, the body, and some contradictions. If you notice that there's no reference to comic books in this search, but all of them have some sort of reference that you can use for some sort of paper that you're researching for. Okay? That's it for now. Once again, this is Noah Lab Business Solutions Brief Technology Updates. See you again next week. Bye-bye.